Good afternoon, everybody. Spitting Cobra here at the house. Wanted to give out a special thanks to Arizona Auditor, Tempe Against Police Violence, and Mesa Cop Watch, MCW Joker. Anyway, we received the report on the shooting of Neil Chiago Jr. I guess the investigation was complete, and the officers who, in my opinion, murdered him are still on duty. I wanted to take you through, and apparently I was never interviewed. I gave them a short interview on the phone, but that was because I called them and asked them why they hadn't interviewed me, and they just asked me a couple of questions. They were going by my video, and their assessment of my video is in the police report. I wanted to take you through this real quick. I'll be stopping and starting this and moving it forward. At this point, supposedly they're looking for somebody with a gun, or they're calling for a hostage negotiator. This is where I arrived at the scene. Barricade situation up here. Okay, I arrived at the scene here. It was roughly about 10 or 15 minutes before they shot him. At this point, I haven't read the whole report yet. I'm only like 80 pages in, and there's 147 pages. I was listening to the scanner, and on the scanner it said that they needed a hostage negotiator at this address. Nothing came back. A few minutes later, they asked if there was a hostage negotiator that could come here, and said that there wasn't one available. A few minutes later, I heard on the scanner also that of the location of where they were on Broadway. They didn't say exactly where, but I was up on Main Street, so I just happened to turn and go down to Broadway and saw the flashing lights and found out where they were. So at this point, just before I got to Broadway, they came on the radio and said they had not seen, apparently there's supposed to be a shotgun, but they have not seen a shotgun at that point. Now, this was about 2 or 3 minutes before this point in my video. So, and I'm just putting this out officially that I 100% am sure that these two officers murdered Neil Chiago Jr. And I am officially saying this in my video. So at this point, I'm walking to get to the scene. So they might have a barricade situation. Let me get to this point here. Okay, at this point, with their guns pointed towards the house. Okay, hang on. Let me back it up just a little bit. Okay, right here. At this point, I'm hearing Neil. He opened up the window, hollered out the window that they better not try to come in, that he would shoot them or kill them. So I continue walking. Hi, Brian. Grim Reaper. I am talking to the people on my live stream. And at this point here,
they're at some house here. I think they got some barricade situation here.
I'm pretty sure I say that I could hear him.
They got 12 cop cars here. I'll get as close as I can. They'll start hollering at me here in a little bit. They got their guns drawn, with their guns pointed towards the house.
Okay, the assessor said that I said in my video that he had a shotgun pointed towards them. And you clearly heard me say they got their guns pointed towards the house. Now with the glare, I can't see too well with the glare, but however, with my
You're
eyes...
not responsible for my safety.
They did say in the report that the officer told me to move back, and I told them that they weren't responsible for my safety. Now, in my video, you cannot see because of the glare. But in 2 police officer reports, they said that they seen him moving around, holding a shotgun and waving it around. And clearly, at this point, they had just removed the father from the scene. Everybody was gone from the scene except for Neil Chiago Jr. And they knew that he was the only one in this house at this point. Now, this was only about 7 to 10 minutes from when the first officer arrived.
He told me to step back 100 feet. They have their guns drawn and the guy's opening and closing the window.
This is where he was opening and closing the window.
He said something about he's got a shotgun.
Now, note, just before I got there, they said they had never seen a shotgun. They had seen no gun at all. I'm here. I'm looking dead at the window, and I can see it with my eyes, not with the camera. I can see it with my eyes, plain as day. So, we shall fast forward.
Hi, Sarah. Keeps opening and closing the windows and telling them not to come in there.
Now,
so this is going to be a while.
He's just opening and closing the windows. He does not have a gun in his hand at all. There is no gun in his hand at all. I have seen no gun.
And I got to be to work. I didn't expect this morning. So.
Okay, these 2 officers standing right there. There's 2 officers standing there. That is Officer, or actually Sergeant Glenn P. Bell and Officer Mark A. Mask. Those are the 2 officers that shot him.
I figured I'd come down. Hey, friends code. Figured I'd come down here and see what was going on.
So then we'll fast forward.
They were calling for a hostage negotiator.
Here. Now, the officer behind the car that moves forward is on the phone with hostage negotiators. This guy right.
I can't see the guy. The lights are on inside.
When he moves back.
Okay, yeah, I can see his head moving back and forth inside.
Okay, his
Oh,
head
yes.
only.
Yeah, he does have a shotgun in the air.
Boom. Okay.
Goddamn, they just shot him.
At that point, I said he has a shotgun in the air. That is the only time they saw the shotgun. The only time they saw the shotgun. I bet my reputation on it. So at this point, Sergeant Bell and Officer Mask murdered an 18-year-old kid. And the reason is, I truly believe, is they had SWAT team that was going to come there. And once SWAT gets there, they take over the scene. So this whole time,
They just shot
between
him.
here and here,
Okay, yeah, I can see his head moving back and forth inside. Oh, yes.
Officer Bell
Yeah, he does
and
have
Officer
a shotgun
Mask
in the air.
made the plan
Goddamn, they just shot him.
to shoot him.
They just shot him.
Now, if you heard, it sounded like one shot, but there was 2 shots. And I never said on my video, but as I'm talking, I can hear them coordinating. I can't say 100%, but it sounded like a countdown. 1, 2, 3, shoot. That's why both shots were shot at the same time. That's the only explanation for that. So this is why I wanted to make this video, guys. Sergeant Bell, Glenn P. Bell, and Officer Mark A. Mask. I consider them murderers in my book. That will never change 100%. I was there. I know what I saw. And from this day forward, I will address them as murderers. And there was 3 other officers that lied on their reports. Just little white lies. And that is Officer J. Countryman and Officer Crashaw. And the other officer who lied a little bit is N. Lowry, Officer Lowry, the one that was on the loudspeaker. This is Spittin' Cobra. I just wanted to bring you the update that the report is out. I guess the case is closed and it's over with. And 2 officers got away with murder because I feel they didn't want to stand there any longer. I feel that they could have backed off a little bit. This man never shot a shot. Not one shot was fired from this man. They could have let SWAT come in, take over the scene, and take him out peacefully. But these 2 officers jumped the gun, decided they wanted to shoot. As soon as they saw the gun, they shot. So in my book, they are murderers. 100% murderers. Spittin' Cobra Cop Watch. I'm out.